It's the Slam Dunk.
So in life, you really get the chance to make a real difference to people's lives. Being a teacher gives you a rare opportunity to be in front of them, to be seriously involved in young people's lives. And for better or worse, how you approach that as a teacher or headmaster can leave a lasting impression. So I'm talking about David Ferguson, who's just been on the show, the departing Westlake principal of 15 years. And boys, I can't speak for girls, but boys need role models. We need people to show us the way, someone to look up to guide us, and we want to be impressed by them. And the Westlake boys are no different. And in David Ferguson, they had someone they genuinely respected and someone they wanted to achieve for. He set the standard and he set the tone, and the best principals usually do. And the school is entirely a reflection on the principal, in my view. And Westlake boys are lucky to have had him, for this long. To say Ferguson turned the school into a world-beating high school is an understatement. It's no longer just rowing and rugby. It's an academic powerhouse, and in so many sports it excels. And Ferguson has dedicated so much of this. You can dedicate it to him. I saw him recently at the under-15 rugby tournament in Tauranga, where he stuck by his team for, I thought it was the whole week, but he tells me it's 2 days. How impressive to have your main man there on the sideline. Those boys strived to be better, and they were good because he was there. Ferguson also made sure that old boys were welcome at the school and invited us everywhere and kept us in the loop. He was great communicator, and even convinced me to come to a fundraiser where I dropped $3,000 for Brodie Retallick's boots. But the time has come, and others need this guy, and his next gig could be equally life-changing. I think this is amazing, and I've heard and learned more about it tonight. We struggle to have good teachers in this country. We struggle for world-beating, world-class teachers, and men have walked away from the environment, from the industry. This training institute that he has set up sounds amazing. It has government funding, and it takes 1 year. This is superb for people, say, of my age or younger, who've had a career and want to change their career. The fees are paid. You do 1 year and you're in a school. It is astonishing, and it's David Ferguson's work. This guy is changing lives, and he has an impact on lives. Ferguson will begin his new role as Chief Executive of the Teachers Institute in January next year. 4 years ago, he instigated this, and he subsequently led this initiative across more than 40 Auckland schools to train teachers in their schools rather than them going to university-operated training colleges full-time. Because you know what happens there? 4 years. No wonder we've got no teachers. Who wants to take out a loan of $40,000 to $50,000 over 4 years and then go to a school and you're on $70,000? David's living in the real world. Who goes to training college to spend all that money and all that debt and then you go to a school? Oh, not much. This will change the nature of teaching and change the profession and change how many go through the training for a long time. By the end of this year, 200 teachers will have been through this program, including 20 at Westlake Boys. As a result of this work, Ferguson has worked with some of New Zealand's leading educators to establish this new organisation called the Teachers Institute. It is amazing. They'll begin training teachers in schools again next year as a standalone organisation. They've got the government accreditation and the funding, and David's been appointed by its trust board as the first CEO. And congrats to him. He needed that job. He wanted that job, and he set up that job. And this will change the nature of how we train our teachers into the future. Congrats, David. And we need good teachers, and I'm sure that you will pump them out. You have been nothing short of remarkable. The boys love you. They'll never forget you. From this old boy, thank you for leaving the place a way better place than how you found it. Students can be tough little critters to win over, but you are revered in that place. Your legacy is their success in the coming years. The boys didn't have to look far to see what success looked like. They just simply looked at their principal and you oozed it in spades. And I now have been contacted by a number of boys asking me to say something in this podcast about you, which I've just done. The school community can't begin to thank you enough for what you've done. David, go well. I'm sure we'll see you all again shortly.
Duncan Garner, live.